Engaged lessons for the 21st century.
Regrouping, subtracting from zero.
Well, hello, gang. What we're going to do is work on some subtraction, but this time we're going to go over some lessons where you are going to be subtracting from zero. So, please pay close attention to what we're about to present to you in this lesson.
Okay, the first thing we're going to do is look at an example. Now, quite often people get nervous when they try to subtract 25 from a number that's this large or you see zeros. But if you follow the basic rules, you should have no problem. First of all, let's look. 5 from 0 we can't do, so we have to borrow from the tens. And there's nothing there, so we must borrow from the hundreds. And again, there's nothing there, so we borrow from the thousands. Now, when we borrow from 1,000, we no longer have 1,000. What we do have, however, is 900, and we have 9 tens, and we have 10 ones. Now, 5 from 10, as you know, is simply 5. And this now is a 9, so 2 from 9 is a 7. And we bring down the 9. Now, as logic would dictate, 975 plus 25 is 1,000. So this must be correct. Let's look at this one. It's a larger number. Same basic rules apply. 5 from 0. We can't do that. So we have to borrow from the tens. 5 from 10. Can't do it. Borrow from the hundreds. We can't do that. So we borrow from the thousands. So this no longer is 8,000. This is going to be 7,000. 7,000, and we have 9 hundreds, and we have 9 tens, and we have 10 ones. So again, 5 from 10 is 5. 1 from 9 is 8. And we bring down the 9, and we bring down the 7. And again, as logic would dictate, if we add 15 to the 85, this brings us back up to 8,000. Now, we will provide for you the answers above. You will write the answer to the questions below. And when you're done, you'll put the pencil down or the pen down, and we will provide you with the answer. Now, if you would please, have a student come up to the smartboard so we can get going. Thank you. We should presently have a student up at the smartboard. Now, please do not pick up a pen until you're asked to do so. This will be lesson 1, and there's only 2 lessons. You'll notice we have the yellow section up here above with the same number as the ones below. The reason is you will work down here, and we will provide you with the answer up here after you place your pen back in the tray. If you would, please pick up your pen now to solve these 2 problems. Okay, let's see if you've completed this the way we hope. 200 minus 18. 8 goes from 0, and you'll notice there's nothing here in the 1, so we must borrow. There's nothing in the tens, so we borrow from the 200s. So this is no longer a 200. This will be a 100. And then this will be a 90, and we'll have 10 ones. 8 from 10 is 2. 1 from 9 is 8. And then we simply bring down the 100. So our answer is 200 minus 18 is 182. Check. Let's look at the next one. Same basic idea. 8 from the ones we can't do, so we must borrow. We can't borrow from the tens, so we borrow from the hundreds. If we borrow from the 300, we no longer have 300. We have 200. And we now have 90, and we have 10 ones. 8 from 10 is 2. 6 from 9 is 3. So we bring down the 2, and our answer is 232. If your answer matched ours, that is terrific. If you would, please have another student come up to the smartboard, and while they're coming up here, if you would please pick up your eraser and erase your answers. Thank you. Okay, here we are with lesson 2. And we wanted to be consistent to show you that the rules apply regardless of the size of the number. Again, we'll have the problems above that we'll work out after you complete the ones below. If you would, please pick up a pen now and solve your problem down here. Okay, let's see what we have. We have 2,000 minus 18. Same basic rules apply. 8 from the ones we can't do, so we have to borrow. There's nothing in the tens. There's nothing in the hundreds. So this no longer is a 2,000. This is a 1,000. However, now we have 1,990, and we have 10 ones. Now, 8 from 10 is a 2. And 1 from 9 is an 8. And then we bring down the 9 and the 1. So our answer is 1,982. Check. Let's look at the last one here. 3,000. Same basic rules apply. 8 from 0, or ones, there is none. So we have to borrow from the tens, borrow from the hundreds, there's none there. Borrow from the thousands. Cross that out, and we now have 2,000, and we have 2,909 tens and 10 ones. 8 from 10 is 2. 6 from 9 is 3. And we bring down the 9, and we bring down the 2. So our answer is 2,932. If your answer matches ours, that is really great. Remember, the basic rules apply, regardless of the size of the number. If you would, please pick up an eraser and erase your answers. And we would like to thank you for working with us today.